I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. My heart on my sleeve, stress, shield my greed. That's how I get it. Success ain't no given. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous. They don't wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need to brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. If I'm out of my pocket, Houston, we got a problem. I ain't perfect, let them watch me elevating. Got them nauseous, cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house and whoo. Watch out, get ahead. Watch out, get ahead. Watch out, get ahead. Woo. Watch out, set it up. Bet you I shut it down. Watch out, get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner. Got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm a line, but the winner about the cage. I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits. Yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
I bet on myself. I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. Plotting on the kid with the bull, tell them all that. I'm the one that I'ma gamble on, I ramble on. I'm about to get my ramble on. And I'm the one they really couldn't get a handle on. Then when they see they missed the boy, they get a tantrum on.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Designated Spittaz, baby. Do we got a lot to talk about today, Francis? I tell you what.
Oh, there's a lot, man. A lot going on in Yankees land, man. I'm seeing some people hammering the panic button already. I'm seeing some people ready to DFA Carlos Rodon. I'm seeing some. I
might be one of them. I might be one of them, Los. Me and you got beef now, Los. We got beef, Carlos.
No.
You hear me, Carlos?
Damn.
I loved you, you fuck.
If Pete is gonna,
I'm friends. I'm hot, bro.
bandwagon,
Honestly, no, I'm hot. I'm hot. I've defended. I don't know how much more I could do. I don't know how much more I could take. It's like a bad relationship anymore. You just keep saying it's gonna change, isn't it? And it doesn't. It's never gonna change.
At what point do you pack your things and go away? Right?
I think I'm packing.
He's packing his look.
I think I'm packing.
I see the duffel bag. There's still some clothes to put in the bag. I think you haven't zipped it up and ready to go yet. But hey, Los need to listen, man.
There you go.
Look at Los. Look at what
I'm packing.
Look at what you did. Los. Come on, Los. No. And just when you guys start to look exactly alike with the beards and everything, this is how you're gonna do, Pete? Los? Really? Come on.
I'm doing a whole show with my backpack on. This is symbolism. This is symbolism at its finest.
We got a super chat.
Big time. I'm ready to go. I'm calling the Uber up right now. I'm heading out.
Thank you for being a friend.
I got that gabagoo.
I was just gonna say your vocals were good there. He's like, you know what?
let me do one better for you. Rod Thompson says that the NYU community, he's known as Francis, but to Green Grow's finest. Oh no, he's known as Francis Lee, but to Green Grow's finest, he's known as Hung Ho Lee. The next episode will be the next episode.
Not son.
What is going on with Jung Ho?
Yo,
we
how-
call this dude Hung Lo Lee for Francis.
man.
The other dude says who threw shit or something like that. This is nuts. The
flung
guy's a
shit?
great ball player.
Yo, why is he
Who
catching?
flung shit?
Bro, this is what happens, bro. Like you come and you play the Yankees. You have the series of a lifetime, and the fans just immediately just
You
trash
what?
you.
You
That's
what?
it. It's over.
You.
So what is it? Hung Lo Lee? I kind of like that though. I'm not listen, that shit caught me so off guard.
Hung Ho Lee.
Bro, and I saw it. Hung Ho Lee is wild. I saw the super chat coming.
Hung
I
Ho
didn't
Lee is
read it.
bananas. That's
Yo,
that's
Hung Ho
absolutely
Lee
nuts.
is wild, bro.
Hung Ho Lee is nuts.
I might put that on my jersey for the
Who
soft-
flung shit is even crazier.
That might be my name on the jersey for the softball game though.
Really?
Holy.
Hung Ho Lee. Yo, bro, if you do that, I'm done. That's it. You know I'm out.
You imagine, bro?
If we're warming up in the outfield
You
and I
just-
throw it over your head and you turn around, that shit says Hung Ho Lee, that's it. I'm done. I'm completely done. I quit right there. I'm not joking. That's it.
I think I have to do it now. I mean, I'm a bat
Nah,
like
bro.
him too.
Bro, if you really do Hung Ho Lee, that's it. All right, chat, I got a question, honestly, chat. Does he do Hung Ho Lee on the jersey or what?
Yo,
You
yeah,
guys
tell
let us
me.
know right now.
I'm gonna let you guys decide. Y'all already
You
know.
know what the answer is going to be.
It's
I'm
NYYU.
going to start getting it ready now.
Listen,
Your order is going to be placed.
It's
Hung Ho
NYYU. Real talk for the real fan. Y'all the community. We do it all for you, man. If y'all want, my jersey is gonna say Hung Ho Lee. If that's what
Oh,
y'all.
there might be some important people there. You're going to turn
I
around and
know,
be like
that's
Hung
the-
Ho Lee.
You know what though? That's the thing. We might.
We might be taking some pictures with some, important figures
seeing
in New York. I don't
seeing
know.
a lot of yeses. I'm seeing
Everybody's
some no's.
saying yes.
There's a couple no's in there. There's some people who are mature. They're like, listen, don't.
We
do
might have to be careful. Seriously, we really might have to be a little careful on that.
We
one.
don't. Yeah, we don't know we don't know. Look, there's a lot of things that can happen. We might have to meet some people, shake some hands, kiss some babies, take some pictures. Hung Ho.
And I don't know. He want to do that with Hung Ho Lee on his back.
Yeah, Hung Ho Lee might not be the move. Like, I'm not trying to meet somebody and they like, yeah, I'm like, yo, Francis, and they turn around, they're like, why your jersey say Hung Ho Lee? And I'm like, it's a long story. Like, you ever heard of flung shit? Well, I'm his brother, Hung Ho Lee.
You never knew who flung shit? I'm his brother, Hung Ho Lee.
That's my guy. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
we're
Never heard of
terrible,
him?
bro. We are so terrible right now at the U, folks. All right, scratch
man.
that. Mach I agree with Mach. He said, nah, man, don't do that. I agree with Mach. Bart
Nah,
Simpson
nah.
said, we got Jung Ho D this weekend. We indeed did. I mean, we got absolutely smacked around. And let me say this real quick. Before I even talk about the Yankees, seriously, I've talked about this on every game. Jung Ho Lee is fucking awesome. That
a great
dude
player.
is a pesky son of a bitch.
Yes,
But
he
let
is.
me tell you, Francis, that kid can play friggin' ball. And
He can.
look, again, you can't blame everything on, well, the Yankees missed here and missed there. I'll be honest with you, though. They had an opening. And I don't know how they missed on him because
Yeah.
it was only, I think he signed for like $100 million. I think it was like $100 million, but they must have not have believed in that kid.
It's a
But
very, it's a
damn,
very friendly deal. I think
and a lot of people missed on him. By the way, it's not just the Yankees. A lot of
it's one
teams
of
passed
those-
on Jung Ho Lee.
a lot of teams did, and it's one of those things where it's gonna sound bad, but it's not. It's not a knock. It's these players they come from the KBO, they put up sometimes gaudy numbers over there, and they come over here, and then you have teams that assess them, with whatever way they have to assess players, and they say, you know what. It's not going to translate. It's not going to look as shiny. It's not going to look as good over here. So it's probably not worth you investing $100 million. And that's likely what's going to cost to sign this guy. Then you have teams like San Francisco who are kind of a little bit more desperate, a little bit more, kind of looking for a guy willing to take more of a risk. They shell out the money and it comes up roses for them. Right now, he's had his struggles. Hasn't all been, beautiful since he got here. But I tell you what, he looked amazing in Yankee Stadium,
bro.
bro.
He looked so good,
it's
man.
hard not to agree with you, bro. When it's like,
I mean, it's also not hard to miss the pitches that he hit for homers today. If you're a decent
mean-
lefty batter, we're going to talk about that.
Well,
Percy Johnson
that's the
in
thing.
the chat adds in Carlos home run sucks cool right now. Wine.
sucks cooler. Wow, damn.
This is
I mean, that's where we at on a Sunday evening. I mean, I can't. What am I gonna do? This is what Carlos Rodon has done to the fan
this
base.
is
Like,
this
what do
is
you want
what
me
he
to
needs
do?
to do.
What do you want me to do?
Go run back to Winterfell. I'll have your head on a spike.
So you know what? We're gonna be fair here. We'll talk about the other games and all that, but I gotta start with today.
I
As you
think that's the
guys
best
can
place to
see,
start, yeah.
I put on the backpack.
Backpack
What
is
the
on.
backpack is
Rodon
showing
hat
everybody.
It's not in the backpack, by the way.
It's not in the backpack. Matter of fact, it's not even in my hat case no more. It's made its way to the shelf. Because I've shelved Carlos Rodon's love right now.
I can't
And this
believe
is hard for me to do because I like this guy a lot. Me and Carlos, we're cool like that, all right?
damn shame.
Let me tell you guys something real quick, though. I can't defend anymore. My shield has been broke. Gabagool, my dragon, can't defend this anymore. I don't got dragon scales to defend this. I can't take the bullets no more. I can't take the bow and arrows coming my way. I just can't defend it anymore and block this man from what needs to happen here at NYYU. And that is for Pete Simonetti to say, Carlos, get your fucking act together, brother. Get your fucking act together. Beard, no beard, skinny, fat. It doesn't fucking matter anymore with you. Throw the right pitches. How does a guy, Francis, there needs to be a case study on this. How does a guy look so good? So good. And then you could just look up and go, you could take a nap. I made this excuse today. I said, man, you could be up 5-1. Rodon goes 4 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits. You could go take a nap. You could say, this one's a wrap. I'm going to go to sleep. You'll wake up and he got 2 more outs only, but he gave up 4 runs. And you look at the box scores, what the hell happened? How did this happen? I have never, and Yankee fans been at, Pete, what do you compare this to? I said, I don't know. Carl Pavano didn't want to pitch. Rodon wants to pitch. That's obvious.
Yeah, this is a very different it's a very different
I've
case.
never seen a pitcher like this who today, even in the Detroit game, Aaron Boone said what I said in Detroit, but how many times can you say it? Well, I mean, if it's fair, you take away that 3-run homer, and I mean, it was a hell of an outing, but you can't do that anymore. You can't do that.
That's the problem.
Here's the problem with Rodon. That's the consistency he has. It's not that he gets, he's consistently giving up the big home run.
Yep.
And you can't make excuses anymore. His ERA is almost 6. Are the K's number up? Yes, the K's are certainly up. Opponents aren't hitting them, but they're hitting homers in big moments. That is a major, major, major problem. Today, for an example, the first home run he gave up to Jung Ho Lee, you said, okay, Lee got him on a bad pitch, understandable. Francis, he had him on 2 strikes. 2 strikes. And there's the one thing I'll say. If I was attacking a player that came over from Korea, if he beat me on the off speed, I'm sticking to the 95 plus, which they don't see a lot in Korea, to be fair.
What did we say on? We said this verbatim on Friday, by the way.
It's true.
You get behind, you're struggling or whatever. Go to the fastball. Do not be afraid to go to the fastball. What does he do? He goes back to the curveball.
The same pitch and even worse. And Aaron Boone's system goes, well, it was the execution. Fair game, but you got beat before on that. So you stick to the failing plan?
The execution.
And if that's the case, you got to bury that shit.
Bro,
you got to bury it.
That's my question, though. What execution? What was the call there that told us, 0-2, we're gonna go curveball, whatever. So even if you bury one, it's like, so what you're saying is that you got him 0-2, and the plan is to waste the pitch again, a non-competitive pitch. We do this too much. Like, I don't know why it seems like a philosophy almost, like if we get a guy 0-2, we're just gonna like automatically waste the next pitch in the at bat. No, bro.
Too many three ball counts on this Yankee team. Far too many. All the time.
Up and down the rotation. All up and down the rotation. And the bullpen too. It's the same thing. It's just way too many full counts. And I feel like a lot of the time, it's not that guys have trouble getting 2 strikes on hitters. We seem to be having very little issue getting to 2 strikes with a hitter. I mean, the issue is you get to 2 strikes and then they start non-competitive pitches, a waste pitch here, a waste pitch there, foul ball, another ball. Then it's like, what are we doing here? Like, where's the attack with 2 strikes? It seems like everybody gets to 2 strikes and everybody's like afraid, like they don't have put out pitches. And it's like, yes, you do. Like Carlos Rodon is striking people out at a very good clip this year. And
best of his Yankee career by far to begin the year. By far.
It's crazy that and people are gonna get mad because we lost the game and mainly because of him today. So that nobody wants to hear anything positive.
The Yankees offense is also ass, but
exactly.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
I feel like I'd be lying to people if I didn't also say There's so much. I think what angers me so much about Rodon is that I see so much positive. I see so much positive with him this year.
Talked about it today.
That that's what frustrates me. If he
Yep.
looked like dog shit, I would tell you, like the guy who pitched on Friday. I would be telling you that, right? And I know we're gonna get to that probably later. I would tell you straight up, look, he just doesn't look good. He doesn't have it. His stuff is flat. It's not work. My issue with Rodon is that I love his stuff. I mean, he is missing a lot of bats. Every outing, he is finding a way to miss bats, whether he has all 3 pitches, 4 pitches, 2 pitches, he is missing bats. And I love that for him. The issue is, like Pete just said so eloquently, in the big moment, though, he gives it up. It's like a chick who like holds on to it her whole life. Everything's good. Oh, she's straight and narrow. She's good or whatever. And at the worst possible time, she gives it up to the wrong dude. She comes out pregnant. It's like, what are we doing? I don't get it.
Only here on the U.
I'm like, bro, what? Yo, I don't. It's like, bro, how many times? I mean, we literally said it on Friday. Like, bro, your next outing, just whatever you do, just don't let us have to sit there and say, oh, it was good, but if he didn't give up that home run, and what does he do? The same exact rinse and repeat. Phenomenal outing when you take away the one problem. Phenomenal outing, lots of strikeouts, stuff looked great, but he gave up a 3-run home run.
Bro, even the first home run he gave up, he immediately came back and had back-to-back Ks to end the inning.
Yes,
like he was on his game today. That's what drives me nuts about
this dude. That's who he is this year, Pete. He's no longer this mental case that is like he gives up a home run and it's like, oh, it's gonna snowball. No, he comes back and strike guys out and makes you believe, oh shit, we got something.
Yeah, it's like he's fucking with us, like legitimately. It's like he's literally fooling with everybody. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just sit back and watch what happens.
It's how
Rich Squires says he's been dominant in between any of that shit. That's dominates.
What's getting me. It's how
fucking
dominating.
Bananas.
It's not that's what I keep saying. It's like that's what frustrates me more than anything. Because like when he is getting guys out and stuff like that, he's not getting lucky. He is dominating people. So it makes me wonder, like, how is it the same guy dominating guys that ends up giving up the 3-run home run in that situation?
Watch, I'm gonna pull up some stat. Let me see if I can pull up this other stat that's updated. They didn't have it updated there. All right, this one does have it updated. Rich Squire says Rodon needs to be sent packing. He has shown us time and time again he cannot handle New York. That's not true. It's not true. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit there and no, it's not true. I'm sorry. I can't say that. That's Carlos. That's Carlos Pavano stuff. Anybody saying he can't handle New York, you're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong. I don't know how else to say this. The guy's taking them out in adversity. He knows the fans aren't big on him. He's taking the ball. You can't say it's that he can't handle New York. I don't think it's that.
So he can't handle New York when he gets with the 3-run home run, but when he strikes out the 8 guys, what do you chalk that up to?
Exactly. It's like, so the couple of mistakes that he makes, that means he can't handle it. No, he's just fucking, it's nuts. Let me see something here. Let me see if I could pull this up. I want to see what his opponent batting average against is, because it's like in the 100s. I mean, I think it's actually one of the lower ones in the American League, actually, which is crazy. Let's see. 23 innings, he's only given up 14 hits. That's it. And that's the problem, is that the hits he's given up, though, are damaging. Exactly. 14 hits, 12 walks. 14 hits, 12 walks. Like, this is the most obnoxious pitcher I have ever seen on planet Earth. I love the dude. We want to see him do good.
He's polarizing is what it is. But
I mean, my God.
I have people, in the chat saying, oh, stop this fanboy shit, whatever. First of all, you must not watch this often. You're calling this fanboys. You must be new here.
So no, that's William Teabagger.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but then if that's William Teabagger, then you can get the fuck out again. Because, bro, it's not. There's nobody fanboying here. All right, we're literally.
I said I love the guy, but I can't defend him no more. What do you want me to do?
We're literally telling you that the shit is indefensible. Like, it doesn't matter the strikeouts, the whatever, how good your stuff looks. If you're gonna give up a 3-run bomb, if you're gonna give up a 2-run bomb and late in the game, if you're gonna give up a grand slam, and it's not worth any of the other shit. It doesn't matter. And it's nice for Aaron Boone to keep going out there and saying, well, if you take that one thing away, we said it about last season. How many times we sit here and say, look, last season, he had a great season. If you take away a couple starts, but here we are in 2025 and we're saying the same narrative game to game.
Yeah.
At what point does it just become well, this is who you are. Like that's
And
what
that's the
on
thing.
average. And we're not saying, we're just saying,
Yep.
is it fair to say that's who he is right now?
Yep.
That's the thing. It's like that's
Yeah,
the
that's the
conversation
question.
we're having. It's not about fanboying or not, bro. We want to. At the end of the day, we want to.
Let me tell you something real quick. You ready for this one?
I said Marcus Stroman was good.
Bro, let me say this. I hope Marcus Stroman, if he does come back, I hope he pitches great.
Of course.
Who wants any of these guys to fail? That's the problem. Nobody wants these guys to fail. I'm not going to sit here and say I want any Yankee pitcher to fail. There's some guys I don't believe in. There's some guys I believe in.
Look.
Fact of the matter is, Carlos Rodon this year, specifically this season, has been the absolute tease because the peripheral numbers, the analytical numbers that you want to look at, they are indeed better.
Yeah.
But the problem is the long ball in the worst situations have dismantled his season. You could go by a Tigers game. What was it? A 1-3-run home run.
Yep.
Today's game, what was it? 1-3-run home run. Those are the major, major differences in guys' outings. Again, you can't keep doing this. But if you took those away, you're looking at a guy with a very different year. We're talking very different about him. The problem is you can't excuse it either, though. That's the issue here, is that you can't excuse that. And the minute Garrett Cole went down again, he's out for the year, guess what? Rodon was starting to look like a guy that could maybe blend in and be a 3 or 4, and everybody was healthy. And you're like, maybe Rodon could blend in a little bit. We could kind of ease him. You know, we don't got to worry about him as much. The fact of the matter now is he started opening day for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He took the ball on opening day, and everybody here is right. He has almost a 6 ERA. This is year 3. Get your fucking act together. Who are you? If this is who you are, we all thought you'd build off of last year. There's things that you are building off of. But my God, brother, the big homer's got to end. It's got to end. The poor IQ, baseball IQ as a pitcher. I'm sitting here. I shouldn't have to know this. The pitch was a bad decision. Doesn't matter about the execution. He beat you. Before on that, why go back to the well again? That's my beef here.
It's one of those things where it's pride. It could be. Well, he got me on this one last time. I got him.
I'm gonna get him now. Watch.
If I throw him a curveball and I bury it, if he recognizes curveball, he's gonna swing because he's gonna think he might have the same result as last time. But this time I'm gonna bury it, so he'll end up swinging and missing.
Oh, he buried it.
You missed, and he put another
406 to right.
Is the risk worth the reward there? No, not when you have a fastball that you could throw at 95, 96 and probably get it by him if you place it well enough.
And he was hitting 95, 96 today consistently.
Which again, that's the thing. Again, I see the people in the chat. I'm not going to do the back and forth here. You guys can say he sucks. You guys can say he's a bad pitcher. You guys can say whatever. I will reserve my right to say you don't know ball. There's a very big difference between a bad pitcher and a pitcher who is performing badly. Carlos Rodon is a pitcher who is right now performing badly. True. Okay? Marcus Stroman is a bad pitcher. All right? There's a difference.
You sound like Jira right now. That's what she was saying all day. She was saying,
it's a difference.
She was like, I was reading some of those comments today. They want to talk about a bad pitcher, right? Shouldn't you be talking about Stroman? I'm like, yeah, but he wasn't pitching today.
That's my issue, is that I feel like with fans, we get too far. One game, one loss, and we start making these declarations about guys and and it's like, it's not fair. It's not realistic. It's not based in the real world. You can't tell me that the same guy that we're saying if he could get one pitch back, the whole game is different, is a bad pitcher. That's not a bad pitcher. That's a pitcher who is performing badly because he is failing to execute in the biggest moments of the game. Okay, so his performance has been shit. I'm not gonna sit here and cover that. His performance has been shit. But that
I got it right here. Hitters are batting 177 against him this year.
But
that goes to tell you
that's a bad pitcher. They can't even hit 200 against him.
Yep. And on top of that, 23 innings, 28 strikeouts. Rodon's major problem this year, and Boone did say this to his credit, walking too many guys, and he's giving up the home run ball in big moments. But that's going to break anybody's back.
Anybody.
I don't care how good of a pitch you are. Again, I repeat this. I'm going to keep repeating it. Kurt Schilling has said it many times. You can give up solo homers all day. Very rarely is that going to cost you the game. The 3-run home run will end your game. That's it. And look what happened. 2 games in a row. Detroit, he looked great. We're watching that game going, wow, he looks good.
Dominant.
3-run home run. Today, you mean to tell me, let me ask the chat a serious question. And I'm not even joking, a serious question. Put your anger and your hate, and I'm not defending here. I'm asking a serious question. When I was calling that game today, and he had those 4 innings of dominant baseball, were you sitting there going, man, he looks good today? Serious
Of course they were.
question. Were you
they
sitting
were.
there going, yo, Carlos looks like he's fucking on today? You might have had it in the back of your mind that, yeah, but that one hit, I said it in the second inning. I was like, you never know with him, though. But seriously, through those 4 innings of work when he is dominating, you're ripping your hair out going, he looks fucking great. What is wrong with this guy?
They lied.
And that's my problem, is that he rips your fucking heart out because you can see it in him. Like Francis is saying, this is a good pitcher.
You
but
see
what
it.
is your problem?
If you don't see it, it's because you don't want to see it. If you don't see it, it's because you would rather be right than look at the truth. You want your narrative to be correct. So anybody saying, "Oh no, I don't see that he's a good pitcher," okay, then you're lying to yourself. Because somebody who has an opposing batter's batting average of 177 is not a bad pitcher. Okay, like you're not going to convince
Every
me.
number besides the runs, the ERA, and the walks, honestly, and I'm not
is
just
elite.
fucking.
Is
No, it
elite.
looks it's really good. Like dead serious. Look
Again,
at it. I mean,
but
it's not
this is what
fucking
you
making
have-
shit up for the guy. He's
No, but-
fucking annoying the shit out of us.
Pete, this is what you have to do. This is why again, this is what has to be done. If we weren't the guys who could do that, we probably wouldn't be sitting here on a successful podcast. You have to be able to sit here and really dissect what this guy is doing. We can't just look at it on the surface and say, well, he gives up a 3-run home run every game, so he's ass. No, okay? This is not Andrew Heaney we're looking at. I'm sorry. I'm not going to
Facts.
sit here and talk
That's
about
right.
him as if he's Andrew fucking Heaney. He's not.
Correct.
Andrew
Correct.
Heaney wishes that he could
Yep.
strike out guys at the clip that Rodon is right now. Andrew Heaney wishes that he was sequencing, starting out games the way that Rodon is right now. Rodon is literally 1 fix away, and we've seen it like 2-3 straight starts, 1 fix away from winning. Like he would have an ERA probably under 2 if he could get 3 or 4 pitches back. That is not a bad pitcher. That is a pitcher who is performing badly. There's a difference. I mean, I could find you probably 2, 3, maybe 4 different instances in Garrett Cole's Yankees tenure where he had a run of 4 starts where his ERA was shit and he was going through the same issue where he's giving up the home run in the worst time, walking the number 9 hitter. I mean, how many bro, come on. Like, let's not play this game. We sit here, we watch Yankees baseball, we see it all the time. All right. And it pisses me off when Garrett does it. The difference is that Garrett eventually figures it out and then goes on a run of dominance.
That's the biggest difference. The guy is extremely consistent, and that's it. The boy Wonder says, y'all on Rodon's nuts. Again, telling the truth about a pitcher does not mean you're on his nuts. Here's the funniest thing.
No, we're supposed
Are
to
we-
say to DFA him. That's what.
Not even that. Are we sitting here again? Am I sitting here not starting this show saying I can't defend the guy no more? Did I say that or no?
Are we
so
saying
let me
it-
put, hold on, wait a second.
not his fault.
Let me put my nuts on your head for a second.
Oh,
Because
boy.
that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna put my fucking nuts on your head. Because as you're typing away your bullshit, your ears are closed because you're listening to what you want to hear. That's the problem with people like you. You're sitting here insulting both of us when we're sitting here telling you the truth. I am the guy's biggest defender. I said, bags packed, I can't defend it no more.
He's got a
time
book
to fucking
bag.
get it right.
He's got a book bag on.
It's time to get it right. So let me go ahead. And matter of fact, I'm going to give you some more info. My balls are a little sweaty right now, so it's even worse for you. Because I'm dragging these things all over your fucking forehead. And you're taking it like a bitch. Quite honestly.
This is being clipped.
So don't insult both of us by saying you guys are on his nuts. No, we're not. We're sitting here telling everybody we're done with the defending. But there are positives. Should we DFA him? Should we
That's
fucking shoot him out of a cannon?
That's what they
What
want
would
us
you
to
like
say.
us to say?
That's what they want us to say.
What would you
He's
like?
gotta
Come
go.
on, Boy Wonder. Fucking Boy Wonder, his name. Here you go, motherfucker. The book bag's yours. You fucking take it. Boy Wonder. Oh, now we're right. Look at this. Fuck you.
You see what you did? Do you see what you did? We're trying to have a good podcast. You know what
Now
I'm saying?
we're right.
Now, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Now
bro?
you bitch out from what you were saying, and
I
now,
don't
you guys all right. Fuck out of here.
I don't get. Listen, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not like we can't. It's real talk for the real fan. That is the slogan. Okay, we're not gonna come up here and feed people's desire for some scorched earth take. There's a lot of people right now, right, who are on Twitter, on everywhere, and they want to listen to somebody who's gonna say Rodon's horrible. He's got to go. But when you turn on the WFAN tomorrow morning, that's what you're gonna hear. All right, I'm gonna make a prediction. Okay. When you turn on that's what you're going to hear tomorrow. So if that's what you want, turn on WFAN tomorrow. Don't come here with that because we don't do that, bro. We got to be honest with you here. Now, like I said, there is somebody who is ass, okay?
The boy wonder.
A lot of ass.
That's a lot of ass.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? There is
Sorry. I'm not done yet. I got another one for him.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Did you know that?
All right, now I'm done. Now we can keep going. Now we can go to the next one.
Listen, there is a pitcher currently in the rotation who at this point to me is a bad pitcher. Okay? There's no peripheral that I like. There's no pitch that I like. There's no sequence that I like. There's not one at bat that I look at and I say, oh yeah, this was dominant. There's not one stretch of a game, one inning, one stretch of hitters where I said this guy looked dominating. That is a bad pitcher. Okay. The one that left the start the other day, didn't talk to the media, said he had all of a sudden knee problems. Can't talk to anybody. He's in the hospital.
Phantom IL
stint because he can't fucking throw strikes. I mean, what do we like? Bro, listen, Marcus, and this is not personal. This is strictly performance.
Oh, I'm gonna defend him.
Strict. Listen, I'm gonna
defend him. Damn it!
It will make one hell of a podcast.
The peripherals look good. I want you to stay here, brother.
Listen, Los is different. His peripherals look amazing. Okay, there's things that can be fixed. There are things that can be worked on. When I
want to DFA the whole team. I mean, that's what some people in the chat want today. Let's just wave the white flag every day. Let's give up. Come on, that's it. It's over. Season's
what are they?
Done.
They're 8-7, right?
They're 8-7, second place, I believe. Right.
I mean, now. At 8-7, we're supposed to wave the white flag, bro.
There it is.
No. We haven't seen Clark Schmidt yet. We don't know if Louis Hill's gonna make it back. Like what? No, not waving the white flag. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, the next time I see Stroman out there on the mound starting a game, okay, I might refer to that as a white flag. I might. That's a different thing. But if you look at what we're looking at here,
oh my God.
I mean,
I got Francis. I'm sorry. I gotta cut you. This is what you know what, folks. I just want to say something. I apologize for even talking to some of the people that hate in this chat because I lower my baseball IQ to get on their level. The guy, Rich Squires, brother. How is anybody ever gonna take you? You know what he said? Trade Rodon in the package for Sandy Alcantara.
Rich, if this was MLB The Show 25,
I can't see why do. So guys, again, I just want to say honestly, I apologize because I don't need to do that. Seriously, I don't need to do that because this goes to show you what a level of IQ is, and then they want to come in here and talk. I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it.
That's not a possibility, unfortunately. I mean, and even if
MLB The Show would reject the trade.
Unless you put forced trades on. I mean, it's what are we talking about here?
Now it's a joke. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, it's definitely a joke.
We can't do that, guys. We can't. What we need to do is find a way that we don't look at Marcus Stroman on the mound as a Yankee.
Some of you got to tune into other shows. I'm not like being a $150 with you. I'm not even joking. I can't believe I'm saying that. Some of you in here, the boy wonder, Robin, aka Dick, he needs you need to tune into something else, brother. You need to tune into something else. I'm being dead serious for you. Seriously, you gotta tune into something else, man.
I mean, I don't. Again, it's we're 15 games into the year. Like, what do people think is gonna happen here? I mean, if they were 0-15, yeah. I mean, we'd be the first one saying, pack this team up, forget about it. Like, they're 8-7. Okay. Again, is it where we want to be? Fuck no. It's not where we want to be, especially not after a game like today that was very winnable. Not after a game like the third game in Pittsburgh, which was very winnable. When you look at the last, I think I tweeted it. They dropped 5 of their last 7. And the issue for me with that is that of those 5 losses, 2 of them should have been wins.
100%. Brandon, hold on. Brandon, you're comparing Carlos Rodon to Marcus Stroman? He said, keep that same energy you got for Rodon for Marcus Stroman. There's the same, like they're the same pitcher.
Brandon, how can we keep that energy? I'm glad he said it almost, because can you explain to us how we're supposed to keep that same energy for Rodon for Stroman? Does Stroman throw a competitive fastball?
Marcus Stroman can't
What's
hit
his
88 miles an hour right now.
What's his K9? What's Marcus Stroman's K9?
Does he even have a strikeout?
I saw a diagram. I think the last time he struck somebody out was when we called game season for the third game of the year.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you right now. I think, oh no, he's on the IL, so I gotta do a little digging here, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. We're gonna find out.
That's Brandon. Let's.
We're gonna find out together, because this is absolutely wild. There was a great comment, by the way, from Kyle. Where's it at? I want to read the one from Kyle, because this is exactly what we're saying. The problem is the only reliable pitcher right now is Fried. Rodon isn't horrible, but he's not reliable. Exactly. That's what we're saying. That's exactly what Francis right there is saying.
Yes. 100%.
Hold on. Let's go to 40 man. Marcus Stroman. So let's take a look at that right now. Marcus Stroman this year has 7 strikeouts. And batters are hitting, you ready for this one? They're hitting 300 off him.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm supposed to compare a guy who makes every batter a 300 hitter to a guy who makes every batter somebody who can't even hit above the Mendoza line.
Yep.
I rest my case. I'm not even going to say more about it. It doesn't deserve for me to dignify it more than that. Those numbers have said everything to me. One guy has opponents hitting 177, not even 200, okay? I mean, most guys can't even hit their weight against him. And the other guy has hitters hitting sumo wrestler weight against him.
Yep. And Yanks fan 84 says Stroman struck me out in MLB The Show. Damn.
Yo, if I was you, I would have put the controller down for a week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that you got to give up. You got to give
up. Even in the game, I'm not accepting that right now.
You got to give up.
Again.
But that's obviously the problem with this Yankees rotation. And look, shout out to Will Warren. You know, I know there was all the hype about, oh, this is the next Michael King. Michael King threw a shutout today. I hate expectations like that, because it gives fans like this false hope that this guy is going to be a Michael King type. Now, don't get me wrong. He gave up the 2-run homer, and then he looked really good. He looked really, really good, which is honestly a good sign for the Yankees and their rotation, because the only chance the Yankees have this year, let's all be honest, is if Schmidt comes back and he's really good, and Louis Hill comes back too. It's going to be very, very difficult if they got to depend on Will Warren as much as they are now. And Max Fried. Max Fried could be great. It may not mean much
to one pitcher.
It's what I'm saying. So, like, and that was Kyle that said that. What the point that Francis was making was basically very, very simple, is that Carlos Rodon, he's not reliable enough to sit there and go every day, I know I'm going to get a level of consistency. We're not seeing that. We haven't seen that for a long time from this guy. So we can't defend that no more. But there are numbers that we're looking at that says it just hold you on a little bit. Just maybe. Let's wait. Let's hold on a second. But you don't have that with Marcus Stroman. I don't think anybody's sitting there looking at Marcus Stroman going, yeah, but hold on a second. Look at these couple of numbers here that are kind of out there, but I could see him improving a lot.
I want somebody to find the number. I want somebody to find something.
Bro, it's not there.
Something. Find some silver lining. Find some hope. I'm not talking about. Don't send me an Aaron Boone clip after a Stroman start, because I'll find you and you will be hurt.
Oh, he's gonna drag some nuts.
I can't do that. That I can't do. I don't care. I know what Aaron Boone's job is. I know that's why he got his extension. Shouts out to him. Congratulations, bro. This is what you're amazing at. You found your calling. You can sit there after a Marcus Stroman start and tell people that you like some of what you saw. Mm-hmm. For the rest of us who aren't paid to lie that way, we're not going to sit here and do that, okay? There is nothing that I saw from Marcus Stroman on Friday, nothing that made me think, okay, but at least we can look forward to that. There is nothing to look forward to if this is the version of that pitcher that we're going to get. There is nothing good about him. There's nothing on the velocity. There's nothing on the movement. There's nothing on the location. There's nothing on the sequencing. There's nothing on the attack. There's nothing. There's just literally nothing. I saw a breakdown of his pitches, Pete. Every single pitch is off the plate away.
Oh, a lot. And not close, not competitive.
No.
Off the plate.
That tells me that he knows exactly what we're saying. I am
Correct.
not throwing competitive pitches.
Correct.
So if I
Correct.
throw it over the plate, I am going to be hurt. So instead, I choose to walk everybody.
Yep.
And eventually throw it over the plate and give up a home run. Like,
Yeah,
no.
no doubt. And Brandon, I'm going to give you a chance here to make yourself look great today. He says, "What happened today? Question mark. He keeps giving up big innings, and y'all make excuses for him. Can you please tell me what excuse we made for Carlos Rodon today? For today's game, what excuse did we make? I'm going to give you a golden opportunity to make us look stupid. Let's see you do it. I'll wait for your response, and then let's see if you go ahead and do that. But I'm going to give you a golden opportunity here to do it, to make us look very dumb, because I would love to hear the excuse that we made for Carlos Rodon today. We've been on now for almost 40 minutes. I really want to see the excuse that we made today.
Find the clip where we
Carlos.
said it's not Carlos's fault.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see exactly when we said today. There's no doubt, like, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. That's the reason this happened. That's the reason that happened. I just want to see that. So we'll continue on with the show. But when you comment there, I'll go ahead and do it.
I'm thinking back. I don't know that I've said that about any start this year. Like, there hasn't been a start from any of our starters this year where I look at it and say, damn, it sucks he got the loss that day because it really wasn't his fault. That hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened yet. Not for these Yankees in 2025.
Yep.
Any loss that a starting pitcher has contributed to in a big way, I feel like they were to blame. This far in the season, 15 games in. It's going to happen at some point that some pitcher gets shanked and, he's like, damn, man, that freaking lost that game and it wasn't even on him. He should have won that game. But it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and look, we've lost 5 of the last 7.
5 of the last 7. Yep.
We've lost 5 of our last 7. In Detroit, I get it. The weather was ass. Everybody knows that. It happens, but the same team played in the same the same weather and all that.
It's true.
What are you going to do, man? The Yankees aren't playing great baseball right now in many aspects of the game. We went into the year thinking that this rotation had a chance to be unbelievably good. All the injuries happened. We knew it was going to be tough. We all knew that. We all acknowledged that. To the point, our win-loss records that we thought they would have, we lowered those shit a ton.
Yep.
We lowered it a ton to bring that down a lot because we didn't have that same type of confidence. And even when we talked about the offense, we said, I could see many ways the offense could be good, but I could also see the other ways where the offense could be bad. It's just we got to wait and see because time's going to tell all when it comes to this team.
Yeah.
Right now, my concern is I had a Cubs fan, and I never put I didn't talk about this, so I didn't put it out there because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that with Cody. Like, I believe he's going to be good. I'm going to go with what I hope Cody Bellinger does. And again, it's not late into the season. There's a lot of time to go here for Cody Bellinger. I had a Cubs fan that I talk to often, and he told me flat out, he was like, the Cubs wanted to give that man away. He goes, last year he wasn't nothing special. And he's like, I don't expect him to be much better with you guys. I'm like, all right, we'll see what he does. I thought maybe Judge will protect him, and it could be different for him. Still very, very early. Cody's also dealt with, what was it, the stomach virus and all that. So we'll see exactly what happens overall. But, he's struggling a bit. Jazz broke out of a 0 for 20-something slump today with a home run.
Yeah.
Judge is Judge. Goldie looks phenomenal. And I'm going to say this too. A lot of people don't want to give credit where credit's due. I talked about this during the game today, so I'm not just saying it now. Anthony Volpe's had better at-bats than he usually does. And I know the results aren't fully there. We're not looking at a guy that's hitting 320. We're not looking at a guy that's hitting 280. I understand that, but last year, if you had Volpe on 2 strikes, you can typically just keep going outside, and he's going to eventually chase something and go after it. Yeah. He chased one today, and I said, oh, well, there he goes. Now he does it when I was giving him credit for not doing it. But he's getting in 3-2 counts a lot more this year than I remember him doing it before. He's laying off some of those pitches outside. I believe in Jason Dominguez, and I'll go down on that ship because I really do believe Dominguez is going to be a good player. We've seen a lot of that today also.
Yeah.
My concern is that, Ben Rice looks great. My concern is I think Bellinger's a key to this team's offense to really get him going because you can't have that. Bellinger and Jazz. I think those are 2 guys that are legitimately keys to if this is going to be a good lineup or not. Because you got to place those guys somewhere in the middle. They have to perform somewhere in the middle. And my concern is if they don't get it right, they don't fully put it together and have a solid year, I feel like it's going to be that year when it's kind of Judge trying to carry as much as he can and He can't handle all the workload.
It can be that way though. I'm sorry. It just unfortunately this cannot go that way. I mean, Jazz Chisholm is too talented of a baseball player to allow Aaron Judge to be alone on this team. Cody Bellinger. Look, I get it. There's a lot of people who again have their narratives and don't believe and don't see how it's going to work. Listen, he has shown flashes where he looks very good. He looks very competent. He looks very comfortable. The lineup changing every day, is it benefiting him? Is it hurting him? Well, I think you can make the argument that it doesn't look like it's benefiting him too much.
Do you like it, by the way?
No.
The constant, I'm sick of the constant lineup changes too,
Pete,
man. That's gotta stop,
do I
man.
like it? I said it in 2022. I hated this shit.
We all did.
This is what we've been talking about. This, at this point, it's like you can go back if you wanted to, and just go back on YouTube, DS, and look at every episode where we talked about the freaking constant lineup changes and make a montage of it. We've been talking about it for years. They don't care. They're gonna continue doing it, which is why we're just like, okay, we're resigned to it now. Just win the damn game is what we say half the freaking time. I mean,
Correct.
That's where we are. But it's like at this point, I'm looking at Belly and I'm just like, look, buddy. If I'm Booney, it's like, okay, all right, look, we tried it. We got cute. You know what I'm saying? We said, we don't gotta we're gonna put Judge 2. We're gonna okay, but can we stop fucking around? All right. Can we just can we stop? Like, can we just say, look, we tried it, we had fun, all right. We had lollipops, cupcakes, all that shit is done. Can we clean that shit up and stop fucking around and just put Cody Bellinger ahead of Judge and just leave him there? Because if he fails, I want it to be because he failed. We put him in the best position to succeed, and he just failed. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want him to not have a good season and me to look back and say, but I'm not convinced that if they didn't put him ahead of Judge, he wouldn't have done better. I don't want to have that. I don't want to have excuses at the end of the year. I hate that. I don't like that feel. I hate that when I have to look back and say, but if they did that, no, bro, just freaking do it. Why are we playing around? Oh, because he gets a couple, Judge gets a couple extra at bats. What the fuck? What are we? A couple extra at bats.
That's gotta, that shit's gotta stop, man. I mean, it has to stop. If you don't, here's my problem with that concept. Do you not believe in anybody else in your lineup?
Essentially, that's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. Aaron Judge is the most dynamic player in baseball, to the point he's put up the numbers he's put up the last multiple years with nobody protecting him. Truly having nobody behind him that somebody goes, you know what? I got to be a little careful here. I got to go after Judge a bit because this guy's doing it. He's done this with truly no support at all. 2023, whatever the year was. 2023. The guy had nobody even on base for him.
Yeah, that was
Period. 62, almost 63. He literally could have had 150, 160 RBIs that year if guys got on base for him. Nobody got on base for him.
All pitchers had to do was target him.
There was a point in today's game where I don't like bringing this stuff up, and I'm not shitting on a guy like Ben Rice at all. Francis is famous for saying this. He said when you kept Soto and Judge together, one of the things you were doing right there is giving yourself an offense that can win every year because of those two guys are in there. And nobody wants to go down this, but I told you guys, it's always going to be a comparison. You're always going to talk about it. Now, our 22 is having a phenomenal year. Ben Rice looks amazing. Ben Rice looks like the guy that the Yankees promised us he could be. And great for him. We love Ben Rice. I'm so happy for this kid.
Hell yeah.
I want to see him have a phenomenal season. I want to see him maybe take over first base next year. And we're comfortable with that.
He might have to.
But if you had Soto in his at-bat in the ninth inning, he would have walked and would have gave Judge that chance.
Exactly.
So these are the little tiny things that you can't replace when somebody leaves. And the only way you do the player was so good, the owner of the team said, well, these two guys maybe can make up for what he did. Two major leaguers. When in reality, what we need is, like Francis is saying, don't be cute. In this situation, do what is best. Put it on those other players to go, hey, man, look, analytics shows us that if we bat Judge here, our best player, which everybody agrees to, is going to get more ABs. We're taking that away because we need to believe in everybody this year to win. We need to believe in everybody in this lineup can do their job to win ball games. There was many times in the Detroit game where I'm even sitting there going, a bunt here wouldn't be the worst idea. Move a runner up. Maybe a double steal here's a good idea. And I know the Yankees don't do it, so maybe it's like talking to the wind. And it just takes my words as I speak.
You can't stop hoping that they try it though.
But I'm calling the game, so I'm hopeful that maybe they try something different when the offense is struggling a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, look, if it's towards the end of the year and it's like
LB, shut up. LB,
Matt-
shut up with this Dominguez hate shit. Shut up, bro. Shut
Dominguez
up. Matter of
no
fact,
longer
get him the
high
fuck out.
value
Honestly, at this point,
besides
get him the
Lindor.
fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out. I'm done. I'm
You
done.
all want
This dude's
better
comparing Jason Dominguez
pitching.
again to Spencer
And
Jones. What are we
Dominguez has to go-
doing?
What?
Get him out of here. Just
Dominguez
keep
has
on
to
the
go
show.
to get better pitching. Get the
Get him out of here. Rocket Man with a super chat says, Cashman rather sink this team to the ground before trading prospects for, let's say, Sandy. Also, third base, we need help bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to break this news to you right now.
You're gonna have to do that today. People don't.
I gotta
get it
break
today.
the news to people right now.
Tell 'em.
One, it's fucking April 13th. There's a shit ton of baseball to play. And two, here's the other issue. Sorry to tell you this, but the Yankees don't have the greatest minor league system that other teams have that are easily gonna get a guy like him. And if Brian Cashman hasn't looked to surrender 2 or 3 prospects for many other players, you think he's gonna do it now? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'll see it when I see it. I don't believe it.
What Sandy Alcantara is gonna cost? Like, I hate that we have to do this, but guys, let it go. This is not MLB The Show. This is not any other video game. This is not the trade MLB Trade Values website. This is not none of that. This is real life. What he is going to cost in terms of prospect capital, the Yankees are not going to put out. Okay, it's just not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. And you know what tells us that? Trends.
Dominguez doesn't even. Dominguez starts the conversation, but he doesn't get it done alone.
Not at
this
all.
Point, the way Ben Rice is playing, they'd probably want him thrown in there. They'd want another guy thrown in there. They want an arm thrown in there. They're not. It's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen. Believe it or not, because for the Yankees, as much as we need a pitcher right now of his caliber, it still doesn't make sense to make that trade.
Correct. And look, Mr. Weskers is right. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Yankees do. By the way, during the 24-hour stream this year. And I'm on record of saying it already. They can't sit out this one. Because, folks, as much as you don't want to hear this, and I don't even like saying it. I don't like saying it. But again, it is April. Call me Petey Boone from now on if you want. It is April 13th. In reality, have they played good? No. If this continues, are they doing anything? Hell fucking no. But it is April 13th. And at the end of the day, I do believe this is going to be another year when the Yankees are going to really have to hope that they could pull off a good deadline. And by trends, the last really good deadline they had was the Anthony Rizzo deadline.
Yep.
Other than that, they really haven't had a shocking deadline where you look back and go, damn, let's go.
They went and did that. They went for it. They got this guy. They got.
We
that.
haven't had that.
It's been a long time. I mean, we've had a whole bunch of blue balls, they're talking about this.
Yandy Diaz.
They're engaged on this guy, and they're engaged. Yeah, a whole lot of that. Not a lot of closing. Not a lot of closing. Not a lot of real. I mean, listen. Last year, when the trade was made for Jazz Chisholm, I was very happy. I thought it was a good deal. I got it. I said, look, of course it's gonna hurt. They sent a goose over there.
My poor
People weren't
goose.
happy about that. But listen, you're not gonna get a Jazz Chisholm for nothing. It's just, I'm sorry. Not with he still had control. It wasn't just half a season. It was a decent amount of time.
Yep.
Listen, it was gonna cost something. I loved that trade. What was my issue with last year? They didn't do dick after that.
Nope.
I mean, we sat there in the
Mark
24th
Leiter Jr.
stream,
was the
and
big
we
move.
waited and waited, and we got Mark Leiter Jr. Mark Leiter Jr. That was it. I mean,
Who
not
they're still
Al Leiter.
absolutely in love with. I mean, they are in love with that dude,
I mean,
man.
they can't get enough of him. They can't get enough of him. And we're not going to get enough of him until they have enough of him. So get used to it because they like him. Okay. So you're going to get this Mark Leiter. All right.
Somebody said today he's Aaron Boone, Scott Proctor. I said it kind of feels like it.
It does
actually.
feel like that, honestly. And again, I don't have a gripe with the guy. My issue, I think my biggest issue, and it sucks because he's a guy that's kind of like wrong place, wrong time. You trade for this guy and you got this bullpen where you don't have velocity. Like nobody,
Yeah.
you don't have
right.
anybody coming out the bullpen that's throwing hard, just blowing guys away with a fastball. You don't. And you got Mark Leiter, and you just keep going to Mark Leiter. And I keep having to see that, low 90s. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. Wrong place, wrong time. It could have been anybody with a different name. We need gas. Okay, we need a fastball, please.
Somebody find a fastball somewhere.
For the love of God, please, at the deadline, find me somebody who throws 98 and up. I don't even want 97, okay? I'm sorry.
Yep.
97, 96, not doing it for me. I want 97 and 98 and up.
Frank might be right. He said Proctor was better than Leiter.
I mean,
he might not be off on that one. Proctor had some decent years until his arm was cooked.
I don't think he is. And don't get me wrong. When Mark Leiter was traded here, I looked at his peripherals. I said, okay, I could see it. I think I see what they see in him. And I feel like we've seen some outings from him where people did kind of see what I was saying on the 24-hour stream. Even in the playoffs, you see some of it. He does have the ability to miss bats. He does have the ability to be deceptive and to be kind of like, a technical pitcher. He doesn't have to blow guys away. When he is pitching well to his strengths, he can be effective. But my issue is he feels like a redundancy in this freaking bullpen. I feel like we have a bunch of guys that do the same thing that he does already. And it's like, at what point does that get like just telegraphed? Like, it's just like, okay, every hitter knows. I mean, they're going to the pen, but if it ain't Weaver, if it ain't Devin Williams, we don't got much to worry about. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We know what they're going to throw. We know how hard it's going to come in. It's pretty much, it is what it is. High velo machines are a thing of today. Every hitter is hitting off of them, and we're bringing out guys out there throwing 93, 94. I mean, that's just not going to get it done in the late innings. I was looking at Mason Miller the other day. Why the fuck did I do that, Pete? Why did I do that?
You should as a Yankee fan, you should never watch a pitch.
Why did I do that? I looked at Justin Martinez today. Why did I do that?
You should never do such a thing. That's a bad idea.
I looked at it. I said, "Are you kidding me? Like, bro, if you watch baseball and you only ever watched like the Yankees play, like it would shock you beyond belief when you saw a guy like Justin Martinez. You'd be like, these guys exist in the bullpen? I mean, he throws 101, and then he just drops down to like damn near 80 miles an hour. Like, bro, good luck trying to hit this guy. It's not. You have to pray. You have to pray that you make contact with the shit. Mind you, we got 94. That's what we got. Boone says, I got 94 miles an hour. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I mean, the saddest thing about the whole thing is, too, the Yankees had so many years of guys that just put you away with velocity.
Yes.
So many years, and now they've seemed to go to the off-speed pitch is the most significant thing. The sliders, the cutter, the changeup, the splitter.
And I like that.
That's the way to go now. Yeah, I don't have no issue with it.
But can't be all of that.
Can't be all that. You need somebody that can come out that pen and throw some gas, and they just don't have it. They do not have it. It doesn't exist for the Yankees.
Who do we have that you say, okay, like, say come playoff time, right? Whatever. And it's the 7th inning, and we're so we're facing the Red Sox. It's probably not gonna be good, but say okay, we're facing the Red Sox, right? And boom, Rafi Devers probably. You got Jarren Duran coming up in the inning. Okay, Duran is hot. He's having a big series, and he's coming up the next inning, whatever. Who is the guy that we're like, no, you know what? We're gonna go to this guy, and it's gonna be a boss matchup. All right, you guys love MLB The Show, okay? This is a boss matchup here because it's Duran and it's our guy who's gonna be throwing cheese. All right, it's gonna be power versus power, and let's see who wins. We don't have that guy.
We don't. The best, honestly, man.
That guy.
The best we have is what's his face is Luke Weaver.
Right now, it's Luke Weaver.
Luke Weaver, and even he's not like a fireballer, but that's not a knock on him. He's a very, 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 very effective reliever. And the chat is correct what they're saying. A lot of them are saying maybe that's the importance of a Jonathan Loizaga coming back and being healthy. And
we gotta pray that he stays healthy, though.
That's the thing is with that type of guy, man. You never know if he's gonna stay. He could come back and put up 7 shutout innings. And you're like, let's fucking go.
Exactly.
And then a day goes by and he goes, what happened to Loizaga?
Exactly.
What happened? It's been his career, unfortunately. He's been injury prone. It sucks, but it's happened. But you guys are right. You're on to something there. He throws hard. He throws 97, 98, 99.
He's exactly what I'm talking about.
He's 100. So
He is exactly what I'm talking about when I say a guy that can come in and throw heat, whatever. I mean, he's even better than that though, because he can come in and throw heat. He also has nasty freaking breaking stuff. The issue is his stature. Like it's like he is capable of throwing this way, but it's like his body is not capable of doing it for a prolonged period of time. So it's just one of those things where, again, should I ever, again, as Yankees fans, we should probably steer clear of watching videos of like Mason Miller and Justin Martin. We should just never.
Yeah, it's definitely not
'Cause
the
it's not good
it's
for
not
your
the best
health.
idea.
It's not good
It's
for your
not.
health. It's not. I mean, I sat there and I don't. It takes a lot. Like I don't get jealous of anything or anybody. But I literally sat there and I'm just like, you know, the Diamondbacks, they just like have this right there, and he's not even their best guy.
It's like it's hard for me to fucking see this shit.
It's like, bro, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, you know what's crazy? They got a guy who's probably better than him. Like,
Yeah,
What are we-
that's the thing. We used to have that.
it's like
We used to have that,
so
and I don't know
wild.
what happened. And
you remember
you know,
no runs DMC. Shout out to our guy.
that's what I'm
Dylan
saying,
Betances.
man.
You remember that?
Dylan Betances, our guy,
Andrew
Miller, our
and
guy.
Chapman.
I mean, and Chappie, Chappie somehow is still throwing 102. I mean, that is nuts. That's absolutely crazy that he's still throwing 100 plus miles an hour with Boston now.
Freaking
I think he's still blowing some saves too, though. So
Oh, he blew a save the other day.
there it is. He blew a save the other day.
Not gonna
So
lie, brought a little smile to my face. Hey,
but yeah, kind of brought back memories. But thankfully, it wasn't for us. So that's nice. Now
Exactly.
you're not thinking about it us now.
I
but-
mean, doing it in a Red Sox uniform, Chapman blowing a save in a
Yeah.
Red Sox uniform. I
Yep.
mean, it was almost poetic for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it
Is
really
what it
really is strange. A lot of people in the chat saying is like, they've gone more to this off-speed approach to pitching that is winning these games for them, and that maybe that's a Matt Blake style is going more off-speed and things like that. I don't think he hates velocity. I'd hope
I
to
don't
think
so
that
either.
their mindset is that we don't like velocity really. We just want you to mix in off-speed pitches because batters usually hit less against off-speed than they do fastballs. A good fastball is the best pitch in baseball.
Yes.
A good fastball beats everything. I don't care if you have the greatest changeup in the world. If you got a really good fastball and you can somewhat locate that pitch, it's the most effective pitch in the game. That's simple.
Bro, listen, I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting angle. I'll admit that. Like people saying, well, is it a Blake thing? Is that what he like? It's an interesting angle. I'll give them that. But again, Blake isn't the one who like executes the trades and the signings. Like, does he have a say in it? I'm sure he does have some say or whatever. But I feel like at the end of the day, if Cashman said, look, I've seen these type of bullpen long enough, I'm going out there and I'm getting some gas, and you're just gonna have to do what you got to do with it. It is what it is. He could fucking go out there and do it. All right.
Yep.
If he wanted to do that, he also has not done that. So it leads me to believe that this is an organizational thing. I'm not going to pin it to a Matt Blake. I'm not going to pin it to a Boone. This is organization. This is this is the direction that they're going in.
Yep.
And if you notice, whether for whatever reason, right, those guys who are the lower velo guys with the specialty pitch, breaking pitch, off speed pitch, they're a lot cheaper on the market.
Correct.
They're a
Of
lot
course.
cheaper on the market.
Of course.
So it's
That's why, honestly, when the Yankees got Fernando Cruz, I went live that night because I'm like,
Yeah.
this is kind of what we
Kind of a
needed. Because
big deal.
Fernando, he's sitting like 94, 95 now. But I remember last year when the weather was heated up a bit. You're looking in July, you look at games from July, he's hits 97.
He does.
And he has a great splitter. He is one of the better splitters in the game.
He
and
does.
somebody in the chat said they think, Fernando Cruz is one of their favorite guys coming out the pen. They think he could really put that together. But my thing with Fernando Cruz that
I
truly,
do too.
truly, the thing that just worries me about him is he tends to walk and then he tends to miss location. And when he misses location, guys don't miss it.
It gets hit.
Guys
It
don't
gets
miss
hit very hard.
They don't miss it.
The
He really
fastball-
needs to be precise.
It's super
And
flat.
and that's the thing. And Francis made the suggestion, and it's not a bad one at all, is to maybe try to, instead of that four-seamer, you start utilizing a two-seamer, have a little bit of movement in there. Because I could see, and we said this, we thought maybe it'll be Cruz, Weaver, and Airbender kind of being the three to finish out a game. And you could see why that could work.
Yeah.
But he's also been inconsistent because sometimes you see him, you go, damn, he struck out 4 guys in 2 innings. He looked phenomenal. And then you look at because he went 0-2 third innings with 3 earned runs because he gave a home run. And it's just that level of consistency.
Yeah.
All of that talent is there. They just have to harness it and hold it for an extended period of time. And right now, for a few players on this team, we're just not seeing consistency at all.
No, and again, it's early. It's April
It
13th,
is.
like you
It
said.
is.
So we're dealing with a very small sample size, but that's look. This is the day that we happen to be doing this episode of DS. So we gotta comment on what we've seen, and that's what we're here to do. Based off of this sample size, this is where these guys are. I too believe in Fernando Cruz. I think that when he's on, the stuff is electric. There's definitely something there. I was very excited about the trade on both sides. I liked that we were kind of moving on from Trevino, and I liked that we brought in Fernando Cruz. I loved that. I really did. I need more though. I need more. I do need the consistency for me to say that I'm going to believe in this guy as a guy that we're going to be able to go to with consistency. You got to show us that consistency first. It's just how it goes. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know, man. The bullpen is one of those things where like we always say it like, oh, you know what, Cashman has proven that he knows how to build a pen and everything. Well, yes, but this rotation is such that we really are going to need a good bullpen this year. And I know that we got guys coming back.
And a smart deadline.
Yes, but we're gonna start saying it from April because it's really make or break at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really make or break at this point.
And
Whatever
look, I
this team
mean,
it's gonna need something.
there's going to be a lot that needs to be done. And I agree with Macho. I've said this for a long time. I know everybody's going to want to say, yeah, but you want to put the blame. I'm not even looking to put blame here. I'm just simply saying I do believe a lot of this issue is on Brian Cashman. Whether people liked it or not, he is indeed the person putting the team together. And I'm not saying there's nobody else involved in that process that could be just as
there
wrong.
is.
I'm
There
not saying that
definitely
because
is,
we all know there is. We'd be ignorant to say it's not, but I'm with Macho on that. I think there's been a team last year that they went through a stretch last year where nobody would have said they're going to go to the World Series this year. There was so many moments, so many stretches of 500 baseball where it looked really friggin' bad.
Yep.
And they went to the World Series. So indeed, anything can happen. There's no denying that. Anything can happen in the baseball game. You know, they also got Garrett Cole back. We have to get these guys back. At the end of the day, if you want an excuse, you guys want me, because a lot of people in here we're making excuses today. I'll give you an excuse right now. Here's my excuse. You ready for this one? It's going to bother people, but I'm going to give you the excuse. The Yankees haven't had their full team yet. How you like that?
It's a fact.
Here's your excuse. You want me to defend the Yankees? I'm going to defend them then. Go ahead.
I look at it as more of a fact, though. Let's be honest here, man.
They haven't had their full team.
We haven't
Clark
seen
Schmidt
Clark
comes
Schmidt.
back on Wednesday.
We haven't seen Schmitty yet. We don't know if like obviously right now they're saying that Louis Hill is all systems go. You're saying he's right on schedule. It looks like he'll be back when they said that he was going to be back originally. Okay, I'll
make excuses. Let's do it.
before I
Why
believe it. I'd like to see it before I believe it. But look, if we're looking at this team at the end of the year and they get Schmidt back and they get Hill back, and they still weren't able to do it, then okay, there you have it. You know what I mean? The pitching wasn't there. Heel didn't have a good year. Schmidt didn't have a good year. Rodon didn't have a good year. Okay, then we can have those conversations. In April, kind of hard to do that when we're not talking about one guy here. We're talking about two guys, and then a whole bullpen that's still like on the way back.
Yep.
The pitching should look very different.
You'd hope. As Jordan adds in, the starters make it rough for the bullpen. No doubt about it. You're not giving innings. It's going to make it very, very tough. It's going to make it very, very tough. No doubt about it. Mr. Wesker says if Stroman and Rodon perform the same, it will get real interesting. I mean, shit, look, man, I don't know how Marcus Stroman, pitches anywhere good. I just don't see it. And, tomorrow doesn't get much easier for the Yankees. Tomorrow they go on, they start a series again at home against the Kansas City Royals. I mean, the Royals, got very good pitching. Seth Lugo's on the mound tomorrow against Carlos Carrasco. So Cookie Carrasco is back out there for the Yankees, a guy who after his last outing kind of took everything off of Instagram and you can't tag him or anything like that. And was like, I don't want to hear nothing, which cool. It is what it is. I'm not going to beat you up for maybe not wanting to hear, fans or look at your phone and have 40 million messages of you suck. Understandable. I get it. I'm okay with it. Whatever. It is what it is. But
he did say he was happy to be a Yankee, though. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
it kind of comes with it.
Can't just take the best. I always say that, Francis. God, that's why I said I really believe that sometimes you just need like a fan in the room. like somebody who
Yeah.
really gets it, just to be like, yeah, I know you're happy. You also understand what the other side looks like, right?
It's a two-sided coin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like there is another side here that is,
Yeah.
it gets pretty nasty and pretty
The-
ugly. And
That's the reason it feels so good when it's good, right?
that's right.
That's like
right.
why do the wins feel so good? Why do the celebrations feel so good? Why do the milestones feel so good? Because the opposite of that is so bad. And I get it. But I feel like he's not the, I mean, I get, and he's within his rights to do that. He's not the only one who's done it. I think Stroh is very similar to do. I mean, Stroh is posting pretty much like every second of the day, but there's a lot of comments being turned off, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. I mean, it's to me, it's one of those things where it's like, look, it's your right, you can do that, but it does send a sort of a message to the fans, and it's different to me, with being a Yankee, where it's like, I mean, part of it is the fans, and it's like when you shut that part off because you can't handle it, it's like, damn, bro, like
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And
it doesn't feel good.
craziest thing about this series, it doesn't get easier after the next game. You got Michael Wacha on the mound, who's been decent against the Yankees, and we got Max Fried, who's been extremely good to start his year as a New York Yankee. And then you
We
got
better beat Michael Wacha. I swear to God, I can't.
Bubich
Bubich.
on the mound to take on the first appearance of the year for Schmitty. So let's hope Schmitty comes back and does good, because
I want that one too.
you need them. Now the Yankees need the series, man. They must win 2 of 3. You don't want to go ahead and have a homestand. What do we say? We want at least 4 wins. Well, to get to 4, you got to get a sweep now.
Gotta get a
So
sweep
that's
now.
gonna be very, very tough to see him do that. But man, oh man, I mean, there is. It's hard to look at a year. It's hard to. So for many fans, like people in the chat who they don't do a podcast. They don't talk. They might talk to the Yankees among friends. We talk about the Yankees in front of thousands of people, right? And thousands of people watch the show. Hundreds of people tune in live the game season. They see my reaction in the moment and all that. But we have to talk about the stuff as the season goes. But it's also hard to keep the reality of it and go, but it is the 13th only. There is a lot of baseball to be played, because nobody wants to say that. I don't want to sit here and say that. Nobody wants to do that. But that is the reality of it. That is the truth. You know what I mean? That is the truth overall. So it sucks. John Richards, nitwit, just because people are live doesn't mean that people watch the show later. Our shows do thousands and thousands of views, my friend.
Just
So,
300 in here,
maybe you
not
got to go back to
1,000.
school, brother. My God, Lord have mercy.
John.
Let me pull up John's channel real quick. Let's
It's
see
real.
what John got. Oh, John don't got dick. Okay, John talks to his wife who's sleeping with the pool boy. But it is
It's
what
real.
it is.
It's
God
it's
bless
real
him.
simple, John. You check. Check it back. You take back. You check back tomorrow morning at around 9 a.m. and the views will be there. It's kind of how YouTube works.
Give that man some milk. Give that man some milk. Oh my God. You know what he has to do?
Go run back to Winterfell. I'll have your head on a spike.
Man, I miss the good old days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. What are you
more.
gonna do? Hey, it's season's in full swing now. It is what it is, man. It's not the way that we would have drawn up the last 7 to 10 days. That's really what this boils down to.
Yep.
It's like I said. I mean, I look at the last 7 games particularly, and the big letdowns for me are Game 3 in Pittsburgh. I really feel like they should have won that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was
Arizona game.
kind of inexcusable. The game that we were at in Arizona, right?
Definitely.
I mean, you beat Corbin Burns. You know what I'm saying? Your offense beat Corbin Burns. Jason Dominguez and Ben Rice put you ahead. I mean, you can't give away, and they gave it away. I looked at the Detroit series. It's gonna sound bad, right? Because people want to say, "Oh, but they should." Bro, they went up. I mean, they went up against Tariq Skubal. They went, and the weather was super cold or whatever. It was what it was. They lost the first 2 games of that series, and they weren't really competitive in those 2 games. So there wasn't something that happened that made me think like, oh no, but they could have won. No, they didn't look like they were in either of those games. They won Game 3 there. You come back home and you play San Francisco, and yeah, I mean, the first game was an abject horror. They were never
Yeah.
in that game. There was never a chance for them there. So I don't really count that as a game that they could have won. They won the second game. Today is another game that kind of feels like a letdown to me. You had a lead. You were winning. Right? Rodon didn't get the job done. You end up losing. And that's kind of where we are. So
And the offense had many chances today, too.
A lot.
Many chances to score more
lot
runs
of
today.
well, that was my
A
issue with that
lot.
third game in Pittsburgh. That
Yeah, that's right.
offense had chances and you just weren't doing shit.
That's right.
I mean, again, you can have people who say, "Oh, well, it's still cool out there, and it's damp and rainy." I get it. Okay,
Everybody's playing in the same thing, too, though.
but like, bro, we can't talk about. We're not going to be talking about the weather all season. All
All
right.
right, you can't because
It is what it is.
it's not weather for one team.
Yeah, everybody's playing
It's weather for both. Just like we could say, well, Detroit, the players there might be used to it. Well, the players there also play in Florida, wherever the hell city they go for spring training and it's warm.
Yeah,
So I'm like, it's
down
the
in
same
Lakeland.
shit. It's the same shit. So I mean, it absolutely sucks. And a lot of people are talking like Day of Doom, talking about the hitting approach. I agree. There are some moments when you do got to switch it up a little bit. And
Yeah.
Again, guys, I know you're going to get sick of hearing, I'm sorry to bring it up, but it's the most recent situation we have. One thing I loved about Soto is the hitting approach would change on 2 strikes. He changes, no matter how great of a hitter the dude is, he changes approach on 2 strikes. You need more guys to understand that. Like my thing with Jazz is, if you want to you do got pop. It's obvious you got pop in your bat. The ball flies off your bat, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But when you got 2 strikes, isn't a change of approach potentially a good idea? To switch on off and go, let me utilize my speed a little bit. Jason Dominguez was a great example of that. When you got speed like a Jazz, like a Jason, like a Volpe, putting the ball in play, a lot of times it might not be a line drive base hit on the box score. But if you roll over on one and it's a slow roller, there's a good chance you might beat that ball out.
At least you're giving
Dominguez
yourself
did
a
it the other
chance.
day.
At least you're giving yourself a chance to do
That's
something.
my thing. I'm like, you got to be able to change up your approach a little bit. They're leaving a lot of men on base again. When they get something going, why the hell is it always 2 outs? They always do. It's weird this year. And I know shit could change. I get it. But early on this year, it's like they'll get 2 outs and it's like, oh, they got back-to-back singles. And then you pop out. You're like, oh, fuck, well, that's it. It's like a tease.
Or the
Everything
judge
this
came
year's
up
like a
with-
tease.
with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Like,
It's ridiculous.
again. That's where it's kind of where they are. And you look, I mean, you can do this with a lot of people. I look, my thing with Jazz is like, similar to what you said, you get to 2 strikes, like the swing. I mean, I get it. I get, he's probably feeling like I want to just go up there. I want to put my A swing on every pitch. Like, I don't want to cut down. I don't want it because I feel I'm selling myself short. Like if I make contact, but I cut down, I mean, a double turn, it could have been a home run, or a single that could have been a double, but it's like, bro, I mean, with 2 strikes, how many pitches in the heart of the plate are you planning on seeing with 2 strikes, especially when pitchers are kind of attacking you more so out of the zone with 2 strikes right now? And there's data to back that up. You can see it. They're not throwing you pitches to hit with 2 strikes. They're throwing you pitches that there's not really much you can do with, and you're expanding the zone because you refuse to kind of like shorten up a little bit. So, I mean, look, Jazz, again, he's a freaking professional. He's super talented. I think he can figure that out. It's the same thing.
No, I like Jazz a lot,
With
man.
Belly before, like, I feel like
like
these
him a
guys are
lot.
going to figure it out. I just feel like
Me too.
it's been a rough 10 days. It's been a rough 10.
It's been a
11.
rough go.
It's been a rough go. of it. So like we gotta comment on it. That's what we do.
I mean, and that's the thing too. Like we're given the content today, guys. We could have come on here and we could blow all this off and just say it's early in the season, guys. How can we judge this? I mean, I know people hate to hear this. You can say that about every pitcher that we talked about, including Marcus Stroman. We
Yep.
can sit there and go, guys. He only has 9 innings. What makes you think that he can't go on a little run after this? I mean, if we can legitimately do that, like
could.
as a fan who covers this team all year long for now going on year 3, it sounds funny, right, to say that about Marcus Stroman, but you can. We can legitimately sit on here and blow off everything that has happened here, and just go, well, I mean, it's early in the year. Why are we gonna come on here and bitch and be upset and complain? Why would we even do that?
Hey, we call it like we see it. All right, this is where we are. All right, guys, that's where we are. So we got to call it the way it is, man. This is where the Yankees are. We're telling you what's going to happen now. Kansas City's coming to town. This is what we're expecting. I mean, it's some tough pitching matchups coming up. The Yankees, I mean, again, we said it on Friday. They're not going to have the excuse about the weather thing because the weather is starting to break slowly here in New York. Let's see it. Let's see
Better
it.
be nice on May
Games.
10th.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Better be nice on May 10th. That's all I want to hear. Matter of fact, I got to talk about May 10th, don't I?
Yeah,
Isn't it fair I talk about it?
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys know May 10th, we are putting on a huge event, our inaugural NYYU charity softball event. All ticket donations going right to Stand Up to Cancer. We are going to make a difference. That is what the U does. As this community continues to build, we continue to help build the community. It is who NYYU is about. Again, a lot of people out there talk the talk. We walk the walk, guys. We want to see each and every one of you out there. This is going to be something that I'm more excited about than doing an event at the Audi Club. And the reason why, we're doing this from the ground up ourselves. We're not saying, hey, we're going to Yankee Stadium. They got this beautiful room, all this food. We are putting on this event that we are doing again from the ground up, and we're making it a yearly thing. We got Castle Hill Little League. Castle Hill Little League, locked in, a staple of the Bronx community. It is ours for that day. We are doing so much. Victus is helping us. They're making custom bats for that day. Jordan the Barber is coming out there from his extremely busy schedule of running God knows how many businesses he has now, 6, 7 restaurants alone, to come out there and support this. Mike and Rod Thompson, their foundation is supporting this. We're still talking to a few others who are wanting to be a part of this because they know what NYYU is all about. And when we put our minds to something, we're going to make it the best it could possibly be. So all we are simply asking you all to do is come and support. Our goal is to have 100 people. Think about that, 100 people. That is not a lot. We're already a little over 40 plus. There's still about 24, 23 tickets remaining to play in the game if you want. $25 gets you to enter and watch and support Stand Up to Cancer. Everybody's been affected by this. There's no denying that. And we're also going to give everybody that opportunity to recognize whether it's somebody who is currently battling or somebody who lost that battle, as many have, to recognize them that day. Because that's what this event is all about. $50 to play, $25 to just be there and watch. We're asking the community support. So if you've bought a ticket already, all I'm asking you today, send it to somebody you know. If you know, well, you live in the area, come and hang out, man, support this. This is going to be friggin' big, I'm telling you. And I'm so happy that we're doing it in the Bronx because it wouldn't make sense anywhere else.
It's who we are. It's who we are. It's what we are. It's what we're always going to be. You know, we start here in the Bronx, man. We're going to make sure that we give right back where we all started from. And look, guys, you guys already know, man. I think Pete said it best. At the end of the day, this is going to be something huge, and it won't be the same if this community is not a part of it, because you guys are the reason that we do everything that we do. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, man, go out there, get a ticket. If you're thinking, you know, back and forth in between, you say, oh, well, I don't really play softball. Like, I'm not going to play. Just get the spectator ticket. Just come kick it with us, man. We know that everybody's not athletic or trying to get out there on the softball.
Or even want to play,
make a fool of themselves. They're like, all right, fine. Don't do that. That's the whole reason that we have the spectator ticket, so that you can still be a part of it. You're going to be sitting there. You're going to be watching. You'll be able to, you know, get right up at the gate or whatever. Talk to us while we're playing the game, like all that. Bro, it's going to be one hell of a time, and it's going to be family friendly. So you want to bring your kids, bring your kids. You know what I'm saying? Bring your girl, bring whatever. Like, bro, pull up, have a good time. It's a couple hours on a Saturday. It's going to be amazing, bro. It's going to be really good. And again, if you miss it, it's going to be one of those things that you look back, you watch the vlog, and you're probably going to kick yourself saying, damn, I don't know why I didn't go to that shit. I should have just went to that shit. It looked like it was a lot of fun.
No doubt about it, man. And we're putting a lot of effort into this. I say it all the time, man, that we've been asked to do something like this for years now. None of the time was right. When we got that final word that Castle Hill Little League was good to go, man, I was in my car. I like screamed. I was Francis knows, man. I was hype as hell. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Now that's it. That was the final piece. And don't get me wrong, we're still working on some pieces to make this really big, but it's gonna be amazing. And I said this earlier on game season. I'll say it again now. There's not gonna be many more first that we do because we're kind of getting established now. This is year 3. We do all the events at Yankee Stadium. We've done events, at Legacy Bar and Grill. We've done some events at some other places. So for us, this is a first. So NYU is not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. God willing, we're not going anywhere. We're only going up, continuing to go up, go up, go up, go up. So for you to be a part of history and say, hey, man, I was there at the very first one. Think about this for the people. Anthony Medina, I'm going to use you as an example. Anthony Medina was at the very, 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 very first event we ever did. I did a speech before that event, and I said simple words. Remember that you were here today because watch where this goes. And now we get 160 in the Audi Club. Yep. Now we get 140, 130, 160, 150. Whatever the Yankees give us, we get it. So don't miss this one because it's only going to get bigger from here, and we plan on doing this yearly. So be there, man. Say you were there. Say you were there at the first one.
It's gonna be fun, man. And I love that, you can look back and still see people who were there with us on June 25th for that first one. Even though that game is
we don't talk about that game much.
We don't talk about that game too much, man. But June 25th was a special day in NYYU history, bro. And this is going to be another one. I feel like May 10th is going to be similar to that. That is going to be kind of, the start of something really big for the U and for this community. And just to kind of show the rest of the people out there, bro, like this is really what NYYU is about. It's not just the content. It's not just, the games, the event. Like this is also a big part. It's not a little part. It's a very big part about what makes these guys who the hell they are. This give back aspect, this philanthropy, this is important. It's not bullshit. It's not fake. We're here to stay and we're going to do this shit all the time, bro. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be a part of this community, get used to being a part of things like this, man, because that's what it's about in life. You're going to get determined based off of what you give. That's why giving is so important.
Yep, I agree. And let me tell you something, man. I've always said this. I always said that if you're covering the New York Yankees, right, you should be able to show yourself in the Bronx, and not just Yankee Stadium. You should be able to say
in the streets,
I've done this. I've been out there. People see me. People go out and they go, I saw Pete and Francis today. How many times have we been on the concourse, or it doesn't matter where we are in the Bronx, and people stop and yell, and we're like, no, afterwards like, that's crazy, bro. That's insane. So like, that's crazy to us. Like Francis, we say it all the time. Like, that's crazy.
Wild.
That's to the point. The one dude yelled, "Designated Spittaz." We're like, the fuck, Designated Spittaz, what's up? It's just crazy. And like I said, man, I think that just shows one thing. It just shows that we are doing our best to support the community. And it is, again, who we are, and these type of events do really mean something. I think it means something to everybody. And we're putting it on, but again, you guys make it possible. You guys make that shit possible, man. You guys make that shit legit possible. So you could say all day, oh, Pete does this and Francis does this and Pete works hard and Pete's building this community. No. Pete's only doing this. You guys are building the community. I'm not building it. You might enjoy the content, but you're showing up. All I got to do is pop on this camera and talk. You guys show up for it. So take the credit for you. Pat yourself on the back. That's it. That's simple.
Which, to the credit, of what we do, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to pop on the camera and talk. I mean, I'm just saying.
Taking the wind beneath my wings over here.
Not every day. I
was flying just now. I saw myself floating in the world beautifully in the sky, and this guy goes, Pete, come on, you do a lot. Take it down.
It's not.
We do a lot of work over here, Pete.
It's not the easiest thing. Some days you get days like today where we pop the cameras on, we start talking. We're like, oh, you guys are fanboys, and you're all Rodon's nuts, and you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is.
You know the saddest thing about it? You know what bothers? Let me tell you guys something. Let me give you guys a backstory. And I hope that son of a bitch happens to still be in here. Let me give you guys a backstory. The boy wonder goes back years. So for him to say that really irked me because you know who we are. You know we don't make excuses for this team. And people could say, oh, you want Pete? How do you like this guy? How do you like Rodon still? Because I just want the fucking guy to perform. What am I doing wrong here? I literally put the backpack on before I flung it across the room.
Literally.
I mean, like that to me is what get other people come in and troll. Okay, you don't watch us. I don't know. The boy wonder has been in here for years. For you to sit there and be like, you guys are on this dude's nuts. When all we were saying was Francis simply said, he's a good pitcher getting really bad results right now. That's what the numbers show you. You can almost, and this is fact, whether we like this or not. I don't want to go back on this whole thing, but it is facts. If you take away 2 3-run home runs, this season looks a lot better. But you can't. That's what we're saying. You can't. But shit does happen, and I'll make the excuse now. It's early, so we'll see how he does it.
He said, hey, you know what?
I'm gonna make excuses. Damn it, I had enough.
He said,
I'm gonna do it.
I wasn't gonna say it, but you know what? I'm gonna say it now. You know what I'm saying? It's early. It's April 13th. What do you want? What do you want? It is what it is. Sorry. We got to do what we got to do. Okay. It is early.
I tell you,
we could be looking
what,
back
man.
a month from now and laughing that people were ever doubting certain players.
No, and he isn't here. Boy Wonder, I want to make everybody aware of this. You bothered me with that because you have been here. And for you of all people to say that we are basically sitting here making excuses for Rodon, that bothered me because you've seen us for years and we don't do that here.
No.
So for somebody like you who I can sit here and say, I know your name, I know you're a regular, that to me, that came across wrong. That came across wrong.
A lot of
We don't do that. We don't do that here at the U. We're going to tell the truth about this team no matter what. I want Rodon to be the Cy Young this year. If he sucks again, I'm going to say, all right, now enough is enough. Enough is enough. He's been very bad, but we said that.
It's a fact.
Rodon's been bad. We said that.
I think it's, again, when you start talking, people are speaking from emotion after a loss or whatever. That's just what happens. Again, I get it. This is the gig, right? For us. I mean,
Francis took the wind underneath my wings.
We're talking to Yankees fans here. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not. I mean, we could simplify it and say, listen, at the end of the day, we turn on the camera, turn on the mic, and jump on live, and that's what we do. And it's like, yeah, sometimes it really is that simple and it's that easy, but some days it's
a lot of fucking work.
Some days it's not that easy. So
you guys know I've been here. I've been here today since 1:30. We're back on again. I got to make all the production, all that. It's a whole day job. But I love doing what we do. But if anybody thinks that these arguments, like me and the boy Wonder going back and forth on that, if anybody thinks that that's bad, you got to see the arguments that me, Francis, and Kev have.
Oh, it's a whole other level.
if you think that is tough, we're friends. Francis is like my brother. That's like Francis's family.
Facts.
We all have legitimate back and forths. If you think these are bad,
this is nothing.
Some of those we can't even put on camera. Jira's laughing because she knows.
No,
we
can't.
filmed some of this stuff. It's like, yeah, we got to cut that shit. Because like, yeah, come on. We can't.
So a lot of those arguments could never be released to the public because people would misunderstand or whatever. But that's what real arguments are like, though.
Facts.
Whether you want
to. Jira's just in the corner watching, like, oh shit. Like,
exactly. She's like, oh, they going.
This is getting ugly. They going at it. They're really going at it here.
Oh, he's raising his voice. They're getting angry. It's like, nah, we're just loud. Other thing, when you're from the Bronx, I'm saying, like, sometimes you just raise your voice. You don't even really be angry like that. It's just how we talk. Like, it's like.
Well, I say that all the time, and it's one of the most like confused thing about me. I do, like I said, I'm Italian, one, and that's not an excuse for being loud, even though Italians are loud. Dominicans are loud.
Exactly.
No doubt about that. Like, we're just loud. We're loud people in general.
We're loud people.
If I get people don't understand the difference of when you get animated, it doesn't mean I want to rip your head off. It's just I get excited. This is what I love to do. There's real emotion and passion here to what I do.
Yeah.
That's why I do believe calling games for me has caught on the way it has because it's legitimate passion. I don't fake anything that I do. I never have, never will.
Real reactions. People love that.
And that's what it is, man.
To that because people react. That's the thing about baseball, right? And that's the beautiful part about game season is that game season is not supposed to be a podcast. You understand? Like
It's not exactly.
We're sitting down and we're calmly breaking down what's going right for a pitcher, what's going wrong, what's he got to work on, whatever, and like going through the motions and looking at numbers and data and all that. That's a podcast. Game season is in the moment. Fuck the numbers. Fuck what the fans said, the fan graph savant.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. You just gave up a 3-run home run. Fuck you. That's the
Yep.
that to me right there, in a nutshell, that is the beauty of game season.
Yep.
That it doesn't have to have all the numbers to back it up. No. It's just pure reaction. And that's why you guys love that shit. Because when you watch baseball games and a pitcher gives up a grand slam, you're not looking at his numbers. You don't give a shit about his numbers. All you care about is, why did you give up this grand slam right now?
And I also have some of the best calls in the game. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey.
I've seen my competition. I know my competition.
He's seen this swing. He knows this swing.
Some of the best calls in the game, just being honest. I want to share what Ness said because this is a great way to sum this up. And Ness, I thank you because you could be like a real legit peacemaker in this. He said this is great. From now on, how about no expectations for Rodon? We get a good start. We get one. If we don't, toss it up to another bad one. Why have expectations? Why hope that we're going to get that guy? Why hope anymore? And I think that's fair because I think Carlos Rodon, you've lost that on Yankee fans. I think a Yankee fan like me who's gone to bat for you, I don't think I can anymore. I'm saying it today. I don't think I can anymore. I don't think I can go to bat for you anymore. I think I'm done doing it.
The expectation games is just not, it's not the kind of game.
I think I'm done doing it. I think Ness is right. You have a good outing. Awesome. Good. I'm not going to expect this is going to be the regular guy we see.
Yep.
Cute. Awesome.
You have to earn. Now he's at the point where he's got to earn the expectation. Before even earning the completion of the, no, now you have to earn even the expectation because at this point, now that's where we are. I think that's a very good way to put it. That's where I'm at too. I don't, his next start, I mean, look, I'm just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
see what you get.
Let's see.
See what you get. MTA, I want to share this. He goes, hey, Pete, can we buy a spectator ticket even if we can't attend the event? I've been fighting bladder cancer. I like to donate for the cause. Well, one, my friend, I hope, I pray for your recovery.
Facts.
And two, yes, you can. And we've gotten this question a lot. If you just want to go on there and say, I want to buy 5 tickets, and you hit us up and go, hey, I can't attend, but I just wanted to support. Yes, you can support. You can still do that if you like. You can support that way. If you want to support with us putting together the event, you could support that way. But I've had a lot of people reach out and go, how do I give to Stand Up to Cancer? If that's how you want to do it. Every single ticket sale, 100% of ticket sales go directly to them. If you wanted to help us and you say, hey, but I want to help you guys put this together, moyunderground@yahoo.com will kind of tell you what we're looking to do right now. We've gotten some great help by many people. Johnny Riv from the chat, Ron, Mike Thompson, Jordan. A lot of people have helped in many, many ways. But if you're sitting back going, you know what I want to do? I just want to help the cause. Right there, go ahead. You could go buy 4 tickets, 5 tickets, 1 ticket, whatever it is you want to do, you go ahead and do that. And what I could do on my end, what Francis could do, we can then hit up maybe 3 people who want to attend and go, hey, if you want to be there, we did have somebody that purchased tickets for you.
Exactly.
So that's also a beautiful thing that we can do. So there you go. So that's a great way to help also.
And thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your story. At the end of the day, a lot of people, sometimes aren't able to do that, especially in public forums. Look, we appreciate that. Share your stories because on May 10th, we're gonna try to tell as many of these stories as we can when we hold up those signs, and
we're gonna interview also.
We let everybody know that this is what we're playing for. Exactly. And if we're talking or whatever, we're gonna try to share these stories because it's important. At the end of the day, events like this, the best thing that they do is they raise awareness. And believe it or not, people might say, but at this point, who's not aware of? You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised. So we're just trying to do our part. That's all.
No doubt about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, Yankees tomorrow, 7:05. We will have an all rise. I want to hear a lot of your guys' comments tomorrow. A lot of that's going to be, look, Sunday DS. We do this show kind of late. So going into a show immediately, we're kind of going to cover probably some of the same things. But I ask that you guys load up Mondays with voicemails. That's the best way you help me out with that one. And, give us your take on the team, and we'll do a little back and forth on All Rise. And again, maybe there's some updates and stuff like that happened that we'll talk about. But Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're going to get back to our regular All Rise schedule as the season is kicking off. I've also to some of those Mondays that I've said I'm not going to do it. it's also because I have other arrangements that I'm setting up that are kind of priorities right now because it's short-term stuff that we're working on to get. But going forward now, we'll have our Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule back. And like I said, man, I'm asking for you guys to load up Monday specifically with a lot of voicemails. Brian adds in, Yanks are disappointing. I think that's a fair statement to make early on. They've been kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I agree too. But Francis, if you want to go ahead and wrap us up as only you can.
Hey, man.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, wrap us up.
Hey, yo, wrap us up.
Damn.
Hey, friggin'
A
yo.
little bit of boom, boom, boom. I'm just saying. Just a little bit. I mean, listen, man. You guys, oh yeah, Jerry's right too. If you guys are gonna participate in the voicemails tomorrow, do your best to keep them under 2 minutes. This way, it gets played live, and we can, Pete's able to play as many of them as possible.
Oh, I'm gonna play them.
Listen, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Y'all already know you guys are here. You're watching the podcast because you love the you. I don't know who you're kidding. You're not kidding us. You're not kidding yourself. You're not kidding your mother or your grandmother. Everybody knows you love the you. So hit the like button and subscribe, all right? Stop playing. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their grandmother that NYYU is where you got to be. It's the place to be at, okay? It is what it is, but not just the best in Yankees cover. We're the best in media, all right? Period, okay?
Damn.
Okay?
You playing over
The
here.
best. The tops.
Best.
Okay?
Dog.
Going to the moon. All right, you can be with us or you cannot. You can watch us. It's up to you. You get on the ship or watch the ship. But whatever you do, you keep it locked and you stay tuned because the next episode will in fact be the best episode.
Oh, baby, we will never come whack on a designated Spittaz track. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we be out of here. Peace. Have a good night. Talk to you guys tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Don't miss it. All rise.
You better.
I might do the nasty Darth Vader on that episode. Peace out.
We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah. Ain't no one doing the shit that we doing.